Greetings and welcome to the Open Elective Culinary Arts course. Today we will be understanding upon ingredients used for cooking. So in the previous session, we tried to understand the gist of the types of spices, herbs, and certain culinary spices that is used in French and Indian cuisine. In today's session, we will go in depth to understand the different types of herbs, the different types of spices, and also the different types of culinary seeds and culinary nuts that is being used for cooking. So as you can see here, the learning objective, the students will understand upon the different types of spices, different types of herbs, different types of culinary seeds and culinary nuts that is used for cooking. And also you will understand the right usage of these ingredients to enhance the flavor in cooking. The outcome is that the students will be able to understand the different spices, pulses, cereals, and French cooking. The cereals and pulses will be in the next class. So today we'll understand and we'll go in depth about different types of herbs, spices, culinary seeds, and culinary nuts that is used for cooking. So the first one is basically the culinary seeds. So when I talk about the culinary seeds, these are basically used for making certain gravies, or these are basically used in baking products. For example, let's say a peanut. Peanut is basically a culinary nut where you can make a paste out of it and use it for the gravies. You can also use it directly for baking to make some peanut butter cookies, or you can just make certain candies by dipping in a sugar syrup. So there are different types of usage of these culinary nuts and seeds. So we'll understand and we'll go and in depth and to see what are the different types of culinary seeds and nuts that are present. So first one is the caraway seeds or the coriander seeds. So coriander seeds are basically yellowish in color. It is very pale yellowish in color or pale brown in color. And this is basically oval in shape. How do you identify between a caraway, carom and coriander seeds? So coriander seeds, as you can see in the picture here, it is basically oval in shape, which is basically somewhere between 3 to 4 millimeter. So it's very small, and it can also range from 2 to 3 diameter of millimeters in centimeter. And these coriander seeds are also called as dhania beej in our local language in India. So it's called dhania beej, and they are basically roasted and they powdered in a form where we call it as sambar powder or dhania powder or coriander powder, which is used in a vast number of times in Indian cuisines. Dhania powder or coriander powder is very, very important for Indian culinary uses. And it is very flavorful condiments, and it is also used in Indian cuisines. It is also used in Sri Lankan cuisines and also in Bangladeshi cuisines. Coriander powder or dhania powder is very important. Next one is the caraway seeds. These caraway seeds are basically dark brown in color, which is ranging from 3 to 4 millimeter. And this actually resembles like a grain of rice. And they're also called as shahi jeera or shah jeera. They're often used for seasonings. In different parts of world, in different region, they're used for different culinary uses. Like for example, in India, it is used in rice dishes. Like for example, when you're making pulao or when you're making biryani or any kind of a fried rice item, a little bit of caraway seeds is added so that it kind of gives a mellow flavor to the rice. Whereas in Europe, it is used in making cakes, it is used in the cake batter to enhance the flavor. And in Middle East, it is used as a pudding. There's a caraway pudding, so it is actually used in making certain puddings. Next one is the carom seeds. Carom seeds in local language, it is called as ajwain, which many of you have seen when in kitchen. If you have seen the spices or the ingredients rack in the kitchen, you would have come across this caraway seeds or carom seeds, which is also called as ajwain. Now this ajwain is basically grayish in color, okay, grayish to brown in color, which is from 2 millimeter long, and they're oval in shape, and they have a very, very pungent and strong smell. Especially if you have eaten samosa, you can see a small bit of this carom seeds present in it, which gives a very strong and a pungent flavor and taste. Mostly it is used in India as a seasoning, and it brings out a very vast flavor of the food. Because of its hot taste, carom seeds cannot be consumed directly or it cannot be consumed raw. It has to be roasted or it has to be used in other products to enhance the flavor. It is often paired with lentils or beans to reduce the gases effect. So basically it also has a medicinal properties and medicinal values as well. When you take carom seed, it reduces the gases effect in our body. That's the reason sometimes even for the medicinal uses, it has been consumed in early morning with water. It has been soaked overnight and it has been consumed. So these are the different culinary seeds that has been used. Apart from this carom seed, caraway seeds, and coriander seeds, the other essential seeds that is widely used in different cuisines. That is, first one is a cumin seeds. Now, this cumin seeds are basically 2 to 4 millimeter long, and they're rigid seeds. They're also called as jeera in a common language. In India, they're basically roasted and their powdered form. Either they're used as a whole in certain gravies or certain paste, or they're also used in a powder form, which is also called as jeera powder, or it is also called as cumin powder. Now they are basically tangy, they basically pair well with tangy food. Like for example, when we're making some tomato purees for Indian gravies, when this cumin is mandatorily added because it kind of pairs well and it gives a nice flavor to the dish. It's one among the five most ingredients that is used for chonk, and it is also used in curd based and salads in Indian cuisines. When we make certain raita, that is an Indian yogurt based product, even the cumin powder is used to enhance the flavor of the food. Not only the cumin powder is used to enhance the flavor of the food, it is also used for certain medicinal properties as well. Cumin powder is good for certain stomach ailments or even to remove the gases present in the body. Cumin is widely consumed. Next one is the fennel seeds. Fennel seeds in common language, it is also called as saunf, okay, where it is basically given after meal, which is used for the digestive purpose in any Indian cuisine. That's the reason once we finished a huge, a large meal, after the meal has been end, they always give a sweet kind of a saunf or sweet fennel seeds that has been given, which actually helps in digestions. So this is basically 1 to 2 millimeter long, and they have mostly a very sweet flavor, and they're also used in Italian cuisines, also in certain sausages, and in Indian cuisines especially it is widely used in Gujarat and Kashmir. In eastern India it is also used as a panch poran. It is basically a five spices mix. Among this five spices mix, fennel seeds are also widely, it's one of the most mandatory, it's the most important seeds that has been used. It is consumed after meal for digestive purpose as well. Next one you can see is the fenugreek seeds. Now these fenugreek seeds are also called as methi dhana in a common language. They're very brownish in color. It ranges from light brown to dark brown in color, and they have a very matte finish on top. They're basically 2 to 3 millimeter long. They also call as methi dhana. Now these sprouts are basically used for the microgreens, or it is also used for medicinal values in case of stomach pain or stomach ailment. This methi seeds or fenugreek seeds is widely consumed in Indian region, and they're also available in powder form where it is used in lots of gravies, or it is also used in lots of paste, or it is also used in certain chutneys that we make in Indian cuisines. In Turkey, it is used in paste form for preparing certain dishes, and in Egypt and Persia, it is also used for making certain breads. These fenugreek seeds are widely used. Next one that you'd all have seen or you might have not seen, it's called as a flax seed, nigella seeds, and mustard seeds. Mustard seeds in Indian cuisines are very common, and without that the food is not being tempered. When I say tempering, it's basically you take little oil, you add mustard seeds and other ingredients in order to bring out the aromatic flavor in the food. So tempering is one of the most important factor in Indian cuisines, and in that mustard seeds is one of the most mandatory product or mandatory seed that has to be used. So the first one is the flax seed. Flax seed is also called ulsi in common language. They are basically oval in shape. They have a very shiny finish when you look at it. They have a very shiny appearance, and they are around 3 to 4 millimeter long. This in India, it has been roasted into powder and is used along with the paprika and salt and eaten along with the boiled rice. And it also has a very rich in omega-3 fatty acid and often used in breads also. Like when we make a multigrain breads, flaxseed is one of the most important grain or important seed that has to be used. Apart from culinary uses, it also has medicinal values. It is actually boiled and it is used in different purposes in a body, like it is used for gaining weight, or it is also used for good hair growth in in hair growth. For these reasons, flax seeds also widely used. Next one we have is a Nigella seeds. Now these Nigella seeds are basically very blackish in color. Sometimes you get confused between black sesame seeds, that is called black till, or Nigella seeds. There might be a little bit of confusion, but sesame seeds have a little shinier in appearance, whereas Nigella seeds literally resembles like a bits of black coal. So it is completely has a matte finish in it. These Nigella seeds are also called as kalonji in a local language. They used in making breads in Middle East countries. Here also they used for certain toppings, and they also used for certain Indian gravies, pulses or dal preparations. These Nigella seeds are widely used. Nigella seeds have a very sweet flavor. It has a sweet aroma when used in certain gravies. Next one, the most important, that is the mustard seeds. Mustard seeds and a millet seeds also looks very similar. Whereas how do you differentiate it? Mustard seeds are very large in size, whereas the millet seeds are quite smaller in size. And millet seeds has a reddish and brown appearance, whereas mustard seeds has a very darkish brown to black color in appearance. So mustard seeds is also called as sarson in local language, and it's also basically it is very round, perfectly round in shape, which comes in a diameter of 2 millimeter. It is also used in a lot of Indian gravies like sarson ka saag. It is basically a gravy where this mustard leaf is basically used, and also mustard powder is used. Mustard powder is used for a lot of Indian pickles and Indian gravies, especially in the eastern side of the country, in India, like West Bengal, or we have the Bangladesh, or we have the Orissa. So even there, a lot of these mustard powder is widely used in North India. In Southern India, the mustard seeds are used for tempering, because in Southern India we have little sambar or we have chutneys where without tempering it is not it's not been eaten. So tempering is very important in Southern Indian cuisines. So there mustard seeds is mandatorily used. Next one is the different seeds. That is, we have the pomegranate seeds, poppy seeds, and pumpkin seeds. These seeds are also widely used in Indian cuisines or in many other regions. Pomegranate seeds are also called anardhana seeds. They are widely used as a multigrain seeds to increase the body mass, or it is widely highly content. It has a high amount of protein content also. Pomegranate seeds are very pale reddish brown in color. They used in a dried form. Once the pulp is being removed, that is the pomegranate pulp is being removed, the seeds is basically used in a dried form, and they use basically a lot of chutneys and gravies in North Indian cuisines, and they also used in the fresh salads and also for garnishing, especially in desserts and all. They use these pomegranate seeds. They use in a dried or a powdered form, especially in gravies and spreads. Next one is called as poppy seeds. Poppy seeds are also called as couscous or couscous in Indian region. In southern Indian region, it's also called as couscous. So there are different terms that has been used in different parts of India. So it not only in India, in different world, in different region around the world also, these poppy seeds are widely used. Poppy seeds are very small in appearance. They are basically 1 millimeter in size. They're used in pastries to make certain fillings. They're also used in breads. In Indian cuisine, they're used in gravies. And they're also used for making certain chutneys. These poppy seeds are widely used. They have a very roasted kind of aroma in it, and they are basically used also as a thickening agent for certain Indian gravies. Next one we have is the pumpkin seeds. Now pumpkin seeds are basically a oval in shape. It has a teardrop drop shape, and they are bright green to dark green in appearance. They basically, the length is basically from 6 to 8 millimeter. They're basically used in breads. They also used in desserts for making pumpkin puree paste. They're also used in certain gravies to enhance the flavor. It is extensively and widely used in US, Mexico, Europe, and Africa as a roasted snacks, or even for the cooking also it's widely used. It is also used for making some multigrain bars, or also in salads. Toasted pumpkin seeds are widely consumed. Next one is basically the other seeds, that is watermelon and sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are very commonly used in Indian cuisines, and even watermelon seeds is widely used in certain dessert preparations, or it is also used in after meal digestive also. Watermelon seeds are basically used. First one is the sesame seeds. Sesame seeds you basically get in two color. Either you get in white color or in black color. White color is called white sesame seeds and black color is called black sesame seeds. Black color sesame seeds is very pungent and strong in flavor as compared to white sesame seeds. They range from 2 millimeters wide, and they actually have a small teardrop in shape. In common language, it is called as til seeds. Now, they're used as a topping in breads or in buns, and they have a different purpose in different regions around the world. In Japan, they actually use it for the garnish, or even in sushi, they kind of roll the sushis with the sesame seeds. In India, it is used in gravies, it is used in certain chutneys, and it is also used in different chutney powders. Like, for example, we have a dry chutney powder, it's called chutney pudi or malakai pudi. So, it is basically added in these to enhance the flavor and to give a nutty uh, toasted flavor in these curries and gravies. Sesame seeds is widely used. In Middle Eastern cuisines, they used for making a chutney or a sauce called tahini sauce, where a white sesame seeds are widely used. And tahini sauce is basically it actually goes with hummus, or also it can be served along with pita bread as well. In Mexican, it is also used as a additives as well. Watermelon seeds are basically whitish in color. They range from light brownish to white in color. They're oval in shape, and they have a very creamy and nutty kind of a flavor that has been obtained from these watermelon seeds, and they used in breads for the multigrain purpose. They also used for protein bars, that is a multigrain protein bar. Watermelon seeds is used because they are rich in protein and their other fatty acids, they are extremely good in it. And they also used in salads for toasting it, and they kind of give a crunchiness in the salads, or it can also be eaten as a toasted snacks as well. So these are the culinary seeds that are widely used. Next one are the culinary nuts. So now we understood about the culinary seeds. Now we'll get into the culinary nuts. What are culinary nuts? Culinary nuts includes, like for example, we have almonds, we have cashew nuts, we have walnut, we have peanuts, groundnuts. So these are the culinary nuts that are basically used in cooking. So nuts are basically an edible seeds that are covered with a hard kernels, and they use in preparations of gravy, salad, sauce, and many other preparations. They're one of the most important ingredients in desserts also, like for cakes, candies, chocolates, ice creams, confectionery. These culinary nuts are widely used. They're also, from these culinary nuts, the oil can also be extracted, which can be used for other cooking purposes as well. Like for example, we have groundnut oil, we have almond oil, and we also have walnut also produces oil, coconut oil. So these are the different culinary nuts where even oils can also be extracted and they can be used. They have a high amount of fat content in it, and they have very good fat content, which is widely used in different culinary preparations. The first one you can see here is the almonds. So almonds basically have a cream colored with shells, and they're deep brown without the shells. So they're also called as badam in a common Indian languages, and they can be consumed in roasted form, salted, spicy, or even as a snacks. They're also blanched to remove the coat, and they're also used in Indian gravies to give a very high flavor. and high creamish consistency. It is used in gravies and also in biryanis. It is also used in certain Indian desserts like faluda, or it is also used for making almond ice creams, or even for garnish of Indian desserts, almonds are widely used. Next one, it is also used in different regions. Like for example, in Iran, it is basically eaten as a snacks. In India, it is widely used in Mughlai cuisine. So in Indian region, we have cuisines differentiated. We have different types of cuisines based on different parts of India. So Mughlai, it basically belongs to Lucknow or Lucknow region. So there, Mughlai cuisine is very famous. So there, wide amount of culinary nuts are widely used. Next one we have is the cashew nut. So cashew nut is basically light brownish to pale white in color. They're also called as kaju in a common language, and they have a basically kidney shape which is kind of a curl, and they consumed either roasted, they consumed either plain salted, or they also made into paste form, which is used in a lot of Indian gravies, and also they use in desserts for garnish and also to enhance the flavor there. In India, cashew powder is used in various sweets in desserts, like for example, suji halwa or for modak. They also use in gravies, like for example, kofta curry or kaju curries, or many other preparations. So kaju and also cashew is widely found in Goa, and they also make a beverage from the cashew fruit that is also called as feni. Next one is a chestnut. So chestnut is basically a green hairy shell that is found outside, and it has a dark brown glossy kind of a appearance nut that is present inside. They're dried and milled into a powder form, and they're used in breads, pancakes, pastas, also in polenta. These are the dishes that is widely used in continental cuisines. They also used as a thickening agent for certain gravies and sauces. They can either be boiled, or they can either be used as a sauce, and they can be widely used in desserts as well for using certain preparations or as a filling. Now in chestnut, we have two types of chestnuts. Please do not get confused. The first one that you can see in the picture here in the PPT, that is basically a tree chestnut. So tree chestnuts are widely used in dessert preparations and also for the culinary usage for making certain paste and sauces. We have another type of chestnuts called water chestnut that is basically used in a lot of Asian cuisines like in Chinese and Thailand, which is used in a lot of desserts, or it can also be steamed and eaten as well. Next one is the different types of culinary nuts, that is coconut, hazelnut, and peanut. Coconut, as you know, it's widely used in Indian region. It is used for making a lot of preparations like gravies, chutneys, sauces, and also we extract coconut milk, which is used for many other preparations for desserts as well. Now, coconut is basically it. You get it either in a tender form or you get a completely ripened one that will be brown in color. Now, there are basically two shells outer which has a coir in it. So you can see here the coconut shell. It also has a coir in it. The white color one, the flesh that you can see, the coconut flesh is the edible part. Now, basically, this coconut is widely used. Even the coconut water is used for consumptions, and it is also coconut milk is used in wide preparations. In common language, it is called as nariyal. Now, this coconut is basically you can be used in a grated form, dried form, powdered form. It can be used in a lot of dessert preparations like cakes, Swiss roll, biscuits, and cookies. It is also used in wide preparations. Especially in India, it is used for making coconut burfi, that is a sweet. It is also used as a sweet filling, desserts filling. The coconut milk is also used in wide amount of gravies. Even the coconut flesh is also used in certain preparations in Indian cuisine. Next one is a hazelnut. Hazelnut is basically it's in a bulb that is an onion in shape. It is brown in color, the shell, the outer crust. Inside it is pale whitish in color. They used in lots of dessert preparations, or it can also be toasted and roasted, can be eaten also as a snack. In desserts, the hazelnut paste is basically used to enhance the flavor. One best example I can give about hazelnut paste is you'd all have tasted Nutella or Nutella, where it is basically used as a spread for the bread. So it kind of has a very nice nutty and a toasted flavor, and it also goes along well with the chocolate preparations as well. Next one we have is a peanut. So peanut is basically light brown in color. It is oval in shape and it is basically called as a groundnut in local language. And here it is also called, it is basically the oil is also been extracted. It is used in wide amount of preparations in culinary cuisines. In India, it is very important because it is used in making sabudana khichdi. The ground is being used. Groundnut paste is used in a lot of Indian gravies, especially salan. It is basically an accompaniment that has been given for biryani. The gravy that goes along with biryani, coconut paste is very mandatory. It is also used for making certain Indian desserts like peanut chikkis, or it is also used for making certain sauces and chutneys. Like for example, we have the peanut chutney that also goes. It is also used for tempering. Like for example, when we're making poha, peanuts is widely used, so it can give a nice nutty and a crunchy kind of a flavor in the food as well. So these are the culinary nuts and seeds that we understood right now. So in next class, in next session, we will understand the different types of herbs. We will go in brief about what are the different types of herbs that has been and spices that is used in culinary terms. Thank you.